I think we just got hit in the face with reality tonight. After the Raptors had won 7 of their last 8, or 6, whatever the hell it was. I think it was 7 of their last 8. They won 5 in a row. Vibes were actually good for the first time in quite a few years. You go up against a Bulls team who really hasn't been playing well. 2-8 in their last 10. They're 8 games under. And they kick your teeth in at home. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I think that Bulls team is still pretty freaking awful. And people are going to say, well, they didn't have Zach LaVine. I think that's a good thing, to be honest. But all game long, it was more or less the same stuff. Drive, kick, swing. You drive, it's not there, kick it. Shot's not there, swing it. If it's not there, drive it again. It was the same thing over and over. The Raptors couldn't really defend it very well, and offensively, they couldn't make a shot to save their life. As of right now, with 2.5 to go, they're down 111-94. This thing's pretty much over, been put to bed. When you shoot 8 of 27 from 3, we talked about in the last game with Washington, right? I think Raptors only hit 9 threes in that game. When you knock down under 10, the odds of you winning basketball games aren't very good. You just played a G League team the last one. I think they only knocked down 6. Well, the Bulls knocked down 17 today. They were 44% from 3, where the Raptors were 8 for 27. They made 9 more threes than the Raptors today. At least as of right now, with a couple minutes to go. I mean, that's the big difference in the ball game, right? And we've talked about it for years, how the inability to take the 3 has been a problem, right? You look at Scotty Barnes, 0 for 2. Barrett, 1 for 4. Good to see Q back out there today. Obviously played limited minutes, only had 15 today. 14 points on 5 of 8 shooting, knocked down 3 threes, and he was a +5 on the floor. I mean, you liked what you saw from him there. Scotty Barnes, 20, 10, and 5 out of 8 of 20 shooting, a +2 on the floor, fine. Your bench really struggled today. We talked about in the last one how the bench has been really good recently. Today, not so much. Davion Mitchell, -19. Ochai Agbaji, -10. Bruce Brown, -19. Jacoby Walter, -11. Even though Jacoby did give you a little punch with double-digit scoring off the bench. But defensively, it was a tough night all around. Again, it was very simple offense from the Bulls, but the Raptors just could not stop it all game long. And the reason I said just slapped in the face with reality, because you look at the wins the Raptors had. And they're fun. Look, for me personally, they're a lot of fun to talk about. You beat the Warriors, who, again, they're not a horrid ball club. You barely won at home, but hey, it was fun to watch. You beat the Celtics. That was a legit fun game where you won that game by 13 at home. I don't care how bad they were playing. They had Tatum, they had Brown, they had all these guys, and you won. So good stuff there. But you got crushed by Milwaukee. You know, in Milwaukee, kind of should have seen that coming. The Magic are awful. Like, they're all injured to all hell. They've lost 2 in a row. They're 2-8 in their last 10. They're a game under 500 now. Sure, you beat the crap out of them, but The Hawks, literally after losing to the Raptors, they haven't won. They've lost 7 straight. The Hawks aren't any good. You beat them twice, good for you. Pelicans, they're worse than you record-wise. You beat them. And then you beat the lowly Wizards. So, as much as, look, wins are fun and they're entertaining to talk about on my standpoint, I've always stood by it where, look, losses are kind of what you want. The wins are more fun for me to talk about because it's fun and talk about positive things of the team. But when you lose by double digits to a crappy team, it's like the Bulls, kind of slaps you in the face. And let's be honest, looking at the schedule after tonight's game, I think the losses might start piling up. You have the Clippers coming to Toronto on Sunday. You go to the Knicks come to town on Tuesday. The Grizzlies come to town on the Wednesday on the second night of a back-to-back. Then you go to OKC, you go to Houston, and you go to Philly, who has been playing much better basketball recently. And then you're home for Cleveland, home for Miami for what that's worth. They're a 500 ball club. You're home for Phoenix, so they have some star players. You're home for Boston. You're in Indiana. All of those teams are playing or above. Now, then after that, you've got Bulls, Magic, Jazz, Wizards. Oh, that's an ugly one going into March. Okay, well, if you're on Team Tank, your thought is lose basically everything in February, sell off your players at the deadline, which I believe is this upcoming week. And hopefully those games when you got double Magic, Jazz, double Wizards, Philly, then you got Utah, and then you have Portland. Wow, a lot of teams. Those are going to be ugly games because I think at that time a lot of those teams have been like, okay, white flag, traded all our players away. Now we need to full on tank because that's going right through till that Portland game is mid-March. So that's why when we hear like the Raptors have a light schedule the rest of the way, they really do because then they play Suns, Warriors, Spurs are fun, but they're around a 500 ball club. Actually, they're 4 games under. Then you got Wizards, Nets, and Hornets. Like, oh my God. Wow. That end of the season schedule is very, very light. You got this stretch coming up after today of bloodbath teams, where if you're on Team Tank, you need to lose those games. Because I think some wins are going to come at the end of the season. We'll see how it goes, though. But as of right now, is the game over yet? Minute to go. They're down 17, 118, 101. It is what it is, Raptor fans. You knew it was coming at some point. You knew they were going to lose the game. But seeing what the schedule is like through the next couple of weeks or so, it's going to be tough. So we'll see how it goes, right? So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, because I could rip through the stats if I really wanted to. I mean, RJ had 19 and 9 and 3 on 8 of 17 shooting, knocked down 1-3. We talked about quickly. Grady, 10 points on 3 of 10 shooting, 1 of 5 from 3. He struggled yet again. The struggles for him are really big right now. And that's all I got, though. Jakob, 8 points, 9 boards, 6 assists, doing all kinds of things tonight, but did shoot 4 of 8, missed quite a few bunnies. Did have 5 blocks, which is nuts, but yeah, it is what it is there. You're down 19 with a minute to go. I'm going to wrap it up, right? So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game today, hit the like button. Do appreciate it. The subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like? What'd you not like from this game for the Toronto Raptors? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow night as they're in Edmonton today on the Oilers. It's a 7 o'clock puck drop there. I don't know how that's going to go. The Leafs have been pathetic recently, so we'll see what happens there. And for the Raptors, I mean, I'll be here to talk to you guys on Sunday. Raptors-Clippers, 3:30 tip-off at Scotiabank Arena. The Clippers are, they're 7 games over 500. They've been playing a lot better ball. I believe Kawhi is back as well. So we'll see how that goes. Scotiabank Arena at 3:30. Looking to try and maybe get back and win column against a decent team. It's going to be tough. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the game today. Talk to you guys then.